Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Bless up. King Kevin is in the building, baby. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. It's actually, I think today is actually Thursday. I believe I want to say it's Thursday. I hope it is. Oh, it's Wednesday. I'm tripping. It's Wednesday. But anywho, nevertheless, let me get my office set up, get everything situated. All this out the way. All right, we ready? Yeah, we ready. We are ready. So how's it going? We're gonna cover a few topics today, and I hope you guys are enjoying your beautiful day so far. It's almost a weekend. Almost a weekend. We got a couple more days, but we're gonna discuss today a few things. You know, the Biden administration, that debauchery. We're gonna discuss also the Wilder fight. I know many of you guys tuned in for that one. I was actually in Savannah at the time and completely forgot about the fight. You know, even though I could have watched the fight while I was in. You know what? I'm gonna do Instagram on my tablet instead. It's on Facebook. I can go ham, but you know what? Nevertheless, I can always do my thing another time. So, and I hope you guys are definitely keeping track of what's going on. I know the world seems to be moving at a lightning pace. What is definitely going on? A lot of stuff is happening. A lot of stuff is happening. And I definitely hope that you all are paying close attention to what is happening in the world today, because it is getting serious. It is getting very, very, very serious. And so, nevertheless, and I have no idea why my mouse is doing this. Mouse be tripping. Don't trip when I need you. I need you right now, mouse. Don't trip right now. I need you. Don't trip right now, mouse. I need you, mouse. I need you. So now that I know my mouse, I may not be able to depend on my mouse today. Definitely have to get that situation fixed immediately. But besides that, what else? HBCUs, budget cuts. You know, we hearing about the budget cuts of HBCUs from 45 million to 2 million, which is supposedly not true. You know, of course, the what President Biden has been doing or hasn't been doing. I know you all aware, well aware of that, around immigration policy, the food shortages, the COVID vaccinations. I mean, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm gonna do my best to cover a few topics here, you know, and so definitely hope you guys go ahead, tune in wherever you at, get your friends, family involved. Definitely have to change this mouse. I'm not sure why my mouse acting like this. My mouse usually loves me, man. Had it for some years, but nevertheless, who's gonna be here is gonna be here. Who's not, it's not. You know, the show must continue. The show must go on. So let's see here if I can get this thing situated. And I can't believe this mouse is acting like this. Now, you know, it's working perfectly all morning. Working perfectly all morning, but you always know there's always some sort of issues when you have a serious message and mission. Let me see this here. Now, those of you who've watched that Wilder fight, they made $50 million off that fight. Now, I know there's controversies, people saying that the fight was fixed and it was rigged and yada, yada, yada. I didn't watch the whole fight, but I did get the chance to watch the actual highlights. And I would admit, Wilder got, Wilder got whooped, man. You know what I'm saying? At least this time he's able to go 11 rounds. And the fact that he was able to get 25 million, that's definitely a blessing. Fury, being the champion, took a bulk of the purse, which is cool. But I really hope that Brother Wilder stops boxing this particular man, because if he loves his health, he's gonna have to put a stop to all of that, you know, to fight this guy because, man, you don't want me to end up like Muhammad Ali. You know, one thing about us, we tend not to pay attention to history. You know, we like to ignore history. As a matter of fact, I just dropped a blog this morning, America's 200-Year War against Haiti, you know, secret war against Haiti. You can definitely see that blog on my website, KevinDorival.com. And thanks to everybody tuned in. Please go ahead and hit that likes, subscribe button, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that for me. Definitely do that for me. Let's see here. Also like to get Facebook on for a little bit right now. And that blog, I'm gonna put the blog article link in the description. So hopefully you guys can tune in. You're gonna see it wherever you're watching this video from. You have to, especially if you know what. The funny thing is, when you're on YouTube, you can click on my link. You actually see my link, KevinDorival.com, and take it straight to the blog. But unfortunately, Facebook and Instagram still has it in for me. You know, I'm becoming too real, and I guess you can definitely say, see, I can't even post a link over here, but you definitely see it on. I'm going to put the Divine Books and Art, so you can see the blog. The title is called "America's 200-Year Secret War in Haiti Reflects the Inhumane Treatment and Heartless Immigration Policies," Part 1. So what I'm going to do with this particular, and thanks for everybody who's subscribing to my newsletter, which I haven't sent a newsletter in a while. I definitely would like to do so. Get back to doing that. Back to what I was saying. What I'm going to do is you guys are going to be able to read the article. Go to divinebooksarts.com, click on the blog link, take you straight to my blog on KevinDorival.com. If you're on YouTube, Twitter, of course, you go straight to the link. Those who don't know, just a little briefing. You know, I've been blackballed out of Facebook and Instagram. They deleted all my links that has my website URL, and I do mean all the links. So, so if you guys ever wonder why I'm not posting KevinDorival.com, it's not that something's wrong with the website. I just can't post it with YouTube. So, but nevertheless, let's carry on with what's happening. As you guys know, I just came from Savannah, Georgia, which was an awesome trip. Awesome trip. And, you know, celebrating Haitians that fought in the American Independence War. And it's unfortunate that most people don't even know about this battle in Savannah in 1779. Roughly anywhere between 500 to 800 soldiers. The numbers definitely varies. You know, and I even went to the Georgia Archive Center here in Forest Park, Georgia. This happened to be very close to that area, and I was able to do research and try to find out the concrete know how many Haitians actually fought in the American independence. And so still going through a large number of books and references and resources, I still can't find how many soldiers actually fought in that war. However, we do know that this was a serious battle. It wasn't something that was, definitely wasn't something that was insignificant. This was a major battle. Even though the Haitian soldiers were put on the front lines of that battle, they still fought, and they were sacrificed to save the lives of American and French soldiers. But of course, you already know Haitians can't get any type of credit when it comes to America and many of the world powers and media. And isn't it interesting that every time you read an article, every time you literally, the first 2-3 sentences, if not the first sentence, it always starts off as Haiti being the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. It always starts that way. And many people don't ask themselves, like, you got to get tired of seeing that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get tired of seeing that. Why do they keep promoting the poverty of a country? And little do you guys know is that the U.S. actually created Haiti to be that way. You know, the United States during the 1915 occupation, which was 1915 to 1934, resulted in the Haitian-American Treaty of 1915, which we must get rid of because this treaty literally, call it treaty, it was obviously one-sided, destroyed Haiti's economy, which was already tampered with by the French, Haitians paying that, our people paying that indemnity tax, of 150 million francs that was reduced to 90 million francs, and so from 1825 to about 1922, somewhere with, in the time frame, it took over 100 years to pay that debt, and then America comes in and robs 500,000 gold francs from the Haitian treasury, which were funds needed to actually build and develop a country. So when we think about that, okay, that was some time ago, 1950, 106 years ago. Let's fast forward to what's going on today. One of the things that Joe Biden has been doing and continues to do, I'm trying to get rid of this link so I can go ahead and go live on Facebook for y'all, but you know what? Facebook is going to have to catch on later. The American policies against Haiti, the inhumane treatment. You all seen what was going on at the Texas border. This was very, very troubling images. I mean, troubling, disheartening images of how they treated our brothers and sisters at the Texas border. Not only is it illegal to turn people back who are seeking asylum, who makes it to the shores or the land, the fact that the U.S. under Biden's administration, and he's not trying to take any credit for it. He's definitely, trying to let other members of his cabinet take the blame. He's condemning the actions of the Border Patrol. He's condemning. It's funny. He's condemning the deportation of Haitians, but he's behind the scenes. He's doing it. As a matter of fact, he appealed to the district court judge in Washington, D.C. Their ruling was that the deportations must stop because they're illegal. He appealed it, and the next day continued with the deportations. So we can't keep falling for these red herring jokes, schemes, and tricks of people, especially, if they're your oppressors, because we are watching Biden backstab, very people he promised he would give them fair treatment on the immigration policies and laws. And he has yet to do that. Joe Biden has yet to do that. And now we are possibly looking at the budget cut of HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. I've always wanted to go to HBCU. I still may go and do that to get my master's degree and possibly my doctor's degree in the near future. Maybe next spring, go after it. I just have to make sure that it falls in line with everything that I'm doing for my people in Haiti. So shout out to everybody who donated to our movement, ATF4Haiti.com. Thank you everybody who supported them. Thank you for Megan and all the beautiful Haitian kings and queens of that organization. Those who donated to my organization, Courage to Be International. We were already doing work in Haiti, just like ATF4Haiti, actually years before many other organizations, but very on a small level, funding and paying for education of some students, school supplies and food, clothes, tax, goodies and things like that. But now we see that sending those little things, is somewhat helpful to one household, but we want to help and feed hundreds and thousands of households. But back to what I was saying with HBCUs, with this budget cut, I mean, why would you even allow these budget cuts to even happen when you want to spend billions of dollars on war, but not a few million on education, which was promised that, the administration would support and continue the education, the funding of HBCUs, who always seem to be struggling. And with all the black celebrities, the stars, the athletes, millions and billions of dollars that, this bourgeois class of people, of black people, the funds, the finances could easily help keep HBCUs alive. There's even some employees at the Washington administration, in Joe Biden's Washington administration at the White House, came directly from HBCUs. One of them is the environmental department. He's in charge of it. It just, man, What if they really did close those schools? What if they really do close down dozens of more HBCUs? So how are we going to hold on to our legacy? How are we going to hold on to our history? Motivate our people to continue seeking education, continue seeking, justice, and all that good stuff. But then again, hey, this is the Obama administration, who he's failing horribly as the president. So he comes in, he passes laws for HBCUs, LGBT communities. I mean, soon as get in, Asian protection rights is another thing. It's like on and on and on about, everything but black folks. And he even went on the Breakfast Club. I remember this vividly. If you don't vote for Biden, you're not black. The same guy who you guys voted for is the one who said that black people should be exterminated at a Klan's meeting. I guess he never expected that video to get out, but it did. The video definitely did. Another thing I like to definitely go over is you guys know there's going to be a food shortage. There's already impacting some communities right now as we speak. An actual food shortage. Perfect example, Colorado. CNBC put out a great article, news snippet, or news segment about the Colorado River evaporating. This river brings $1.4 trillion every year. It's not going to bring us any amount next year. However, the river is literally diminishing. And then there's a battle between the farmers and the weed growers, weed cultivists, regarding the water, because the people growing the weed, the marijuana, needs the water for the plants, and the farmers need the water for their plants and veggies. So who's going to win that battle? Some people feel like marijuana is more important than food, and other people feel like food is more important than marijuana. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. If we would have taken preventative measures to make sure people are properly educated on how to save water, some people are not going to care regardless. They don't even care about themselves or their lives. Not intentional about anything. They would never be intentional about anything. But there are people who are intentional. There are people who would like to know, how can I save water? There's people who would like to know, how can I do this or do that for my community, for my people. But we are living in a time where knowledge is power, and the lack of knowledge is definitely no excuse, because we have our phones in our hands. So we can Google and look up things. As long as we're intentional, we can find out what we need for the most part. Or to grab some books, those are actually my 3 books right there that you can see. The Courage to Believe, Never Give Up, Keep Moving Forward, which is my first book. Second book is 7 Types of Queens, King Desire. That's the white book there. About queens and the winning the mirror, activating superpowers of mind, body, and spirit. And of course, you guys can order the book to my website, KevinDorival.com, or DivineBooksArts.com, or even Cash App me your address, and roughly about $21, $20. Let's say if you cash at me $20, it will cover the book and the shipping. It depends, the shipping varies, but and also it's ebooks. Anyway, knowledge is power. And so my next book, which I don't know it's going to be the very next book. It really depends on your response, and you guys tell me what you think. The article that I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to do something about the mouse. I may not be able to use the mouse anymore, even if you're talking about it. But I'm trying to move the screen and stuff. But my next book is going to be, titled America's Secret War in Haiti, right? So America's been having 200 years of just enslaving our people. A lot of people don't know that America actually colonized Haiti, literally colonized Haiti, and continues to do so, continues to even starve out the people of Haiti, literally as we speak right now. How? The rice growers, Haiti, 60% of Haiti are rural farmers. It's how we make a living, grow our foods, we go to the market, we sell our food, we buy food from other veggies from other vendors, and we cook for our families, eat, we marry, we love, we talk, we dance, compa, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Life in Haiti is a very simple life. It's like life in any other Caribbean island. But life in Haiti is not that simple simply because of the fact, well, it can't be any simple anymore because of everything that's been going on. Now, what you guys don't know, how America had a direct hand in the impoverishment of the economy of Haiti. The people of Haiti are not poor. The economy is definitely poor for the most part. Then you have a good, I would say 30% of the country living pretty nice. You know, got their homes, have their cars, food, you know, their businesses, et cetera, et cetera. Like when I went to Cap Haitien, or the Cap, you know, to the northern part of Haiti, used to be actually the capital of Haiti. Cap Haitien used to be the capital of Haiti up until 70, 71, if I'm not mistaken, and it moved to Port-au-Prince, where it is now, which is central Haiti. You know, Cap Haitien was Port-au-Prince, beautiful city. Cap Haitien still is. Port-au-Prince is going through a lot, been hit with earthquakes and the political corruption, thanks to foreign powers. And I'm going to touch on 2-3 things that my book is going to cover. You know, the title is going to maybe shift a little bit, but if you go to my blog, KevinDorival.com, the most recent blog I just posted, literally maybe 30 minutes or an hour ago, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 13th. You will definitely get a good shift. This is part one. You know, I started writing a big blog, like 3,000 words, the content, but then I was like, you know what, that's a little too much content. Let me go ahead and just, you know, trim it down a little bit and put out part one, maybe put out a sample ebook out there. It's a very huge article. I literally was typing this article while I was going to Miami, you know, for a shipment that the ATL for Haiti sent me down there to help coordinate volunteers. Shout out to JW Express, you know, trucking company, good looking out for, you know, driving the shipment from Atlanta to Miami, not Boynton Beach, and then from that he also helped unload the truck. So shout out to the good brother, man. I really do appreciate him. I'm gonna give him a shout out on my Instagram again. You know, Charlie, CJ, Mario, and his wife, Kim from Mission of Hope of Haiti. Thank you as well, gracious woman, Danny. You know, thanks, Danny. Desire Detailing. Everybody, if I missed anybody who was there to help, man, thanks so much for answering the call, because we all can do something for Haiti. You know what I'm saying? We all can do a lot more than just a little bit. And I've rededicated myself to do a lot more than what I can. Not just, oh, I'm gonna do what I can. I want to do more than what I can, you know, so that my people can actually, we can help each other, lift each other up. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. But America, thanks to Bill Clinton, you know, always seemed to smile, and we even gave him, you know, put him in the, you know, Black Hall of Fame in Arkansas. He's not even black, you know, which goes to show you how backward thinking we are. Little do we know or care to even pay attention to. We're so cool, caught up in his coolness, like President Obama, caught up in the coolness. We did not realize Bill Clinton, he sent more black men to prison, changed, you know, the laws, criminal justice laws, so that the prison industrialization complex increased. As a matter of fact, probably was created at that time. He sent more black men to prison who are still in prison to this day since the 90s. You know, harsher laws, and we celebrate this guy. What we didn't also know is that he subsidized the farmers of Arkansas, right? Flooded Haiti with cheap rice. And I talked about this in my last video, America's 100-Year War Against Haiti. Flooded Haiti with cheap rice, forced the Haitian government to reduce their tariff, the import tariffs, from 50% to 3%. 50% to 3%. So Haiti was making all this money just off people, you know, foreign companies bringing their stuff in. They reduced the tax. That's what tariff is, a tax. Reduced it from 50% to 3%. So they made a bunch of money to little money. Money can be used for schools, infrastructure, roads, etc., hospitals, medical care, education, etc., etc. But then again, we are celebrating this. Thanks to Clinton, this happened. Now, what happened as a result of that? The farmers can no longer make any money because the people aren't buying their rice. They're buying the cheap American rice, which brings another fascinating point. Brother Kwaku, gave a speech a couple of Sundays ago. Actually, Sunday when I just got back from Miami, and he mentioned something that blew my mind. I never really thought about it. When we are shipping things to Haiti and other countries, especially countries who are going through it, when we're shipping all these clothes and food, et cetera, we are actually stifling the local economy. The best thing you can actually do is send money, donate to an organization that is doing the work there, that can get a way better price by buying food in bulk, or buying clothes in bulk, or beds, or whatever the case may be. By doing so, I'm sorry, one of my clients are calling me. But by doing so, what happens is the people, the local businesses suffer. They don't make as much money. And this is unfortunate because when that happens, let me take this client. It's in the dress here. This is a client I just got today. Those who don't know, I have a cleaning company, full service cleaning company. We do everything from mold removal to carpet cleaning. It's in the dress. She's supposed to send me the dress, and she was waiting on me to text her, and I got caught up in doing this video, and I completely forgot. Hey, sorry. Oops, wrong flyer. Oops. That's funny. That's funny. I texted a picture that actually was supposed to go post on. I was supposed to post on post this of TK Kirtland, the comedian, and I never got around to it. I never got around to posting that picture. But let's put this in the description. Boom. JB. Fine. Books and arts. So where was I? I know she was waiting on me. Let's go ahead and do this so I can ride out without even tripping. So where was I? Now, with the cheap rice and us sending things to Haiti, it's much better to actually send money. And I wasn't thinking about it. But you think about it, if we send them everything, they don't have to buy anything. And if they don't have to buy anything, then the stores suffer. The stores suffer, the economy suffers. The economy suffers, the people suffer. The people suffer, the family suffer. You know what I mean? So even though we mean well by sending boxes of goods, and because when I was, with ATL for Haiti, organization I volunteered with, and God willing, I get to go to Haiti with them or to the Texas border. With or without them, I'm going. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I got another invitation to go to Haiti actually for next month, which I don't know if I'm going. Because I don't know the terrain of that area that she's talking about in the south of Haiti. I'm more familiar with the northern part of Haiti, where Cap is. But I'm not familiar with, even the name of her city in Haiti. So, but because the pastor wants me to go with her to help her and lead me if she needs me. I'm there. I'm definitely a soldier. I'm going to ride for mine. And I'm going to ride for Haiti to the end. I'm going to put out, and those who ask me, why are you putting out this book? Why are you discussing these things, et cetera? I'm going to tell you why. I'm doing this because there needs to be, there needs to be more people. There needs to be more people aware of what's going on in Haiti. There needs to be more people, don't know the history. All they know is the negative connotations that the media puts out there. So whatever the media puts out there, that's perception people receive. That's why the media is one of the most powerful tools of war. You know, Hitler, what you think Hitler did? He was a propaganda king. You know what I'm saying? Like, he even had a propaganda department. Napoleon Bonaparte, you know what I mean? He did the same thing. King of Belgium, when he did what he did in the Congo, killing 10 to 15 million Africans. But we never hear about the King of Belgium. He did a very good job in suppressing that information. Excellent job. I will give him props for that. You know, slaughtered the people, robbed them, you know, in the name of God, doing ministry work, you know, sending press releases and setting up, you know, media, I guess you could call this media stages for people to think and believe that they were doing something nice for the people, but they really wasn't. They were really destroying, killing the people, the country, literally, you know, for about 20 years. And he did this without no repercussions. And it's the same concept, the same thing they did in Haiti. As a matter of fact, roughly about 5,000 Haitians were killed. Roughly 5,000 Haitians were killed during the invasion of Haiti when they colonized and robbed Haiti. And it's funny, you know, the oppressor will be like, okay, they'll steal your money. Oh, why are they poor? You know, they put in public presidents to put in legislation, things that aren't in the benefit of the people, and be like, look at them, they're corrupt. You know, they don't know how to govern themselves. You know, you take away the schools, the funding for the schools, and be like, okay, look at them, they're poor and ignorant and illiterate. So it's like they cause the fire and then send the firemen, which they are the firemen. So it's like, and we keep falling for the same trick year after year after year. And I never understood why. You know, never understood why. And one thing that Biden has taught me, or actually he has reminded me, that even though they may say one thing, they're doing the complete opposite. They're doing the complete opposite, you know, taking care of our people, taking care of our families. That's our priorities. And I think we made a big mistake when we actually depended upon, you know, the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Not saying all white people are oppressors and all white people are devils, but the history shows there were a lot of devils that were white, you know, doing a lot of demonic things, you know. And I've done quite a few presentations. I've done, you know, read, you know, a significant amount of books. As a matter of fact, there's a book I want to show you guys called Black Jacobins, which is probably on my shelf right now. But the Black Jacobins was actually a book that really showed me a lot about, you know what I'm saying, America's relations, France, America, Spain, British, like their relations with Haiti, and other African countries, African diaspora, you know, the Caribbean islands. It just showed you how it was always one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Black people were never supposed to rise. And Haiti has never been forgiven for being black, which is the first sentence of the article that you see on my website, on my blog, KevinDorival.com. So, you know, I say all that to say this, and also look at what's going on with Dave Chappelle. You know, Dave Chappelle, you know, put out this video special called "The Closer." Right? Those are wondering what's in my hand. These are Brazilian emeralds. They're very small. It brings about positive energy, good luck. So I've been picking up a habit of keeping them in my hands. There's 7 of them. Those who know, number 7, my lucky number. But Dave Chappelle put out an awesome comedy special called "The Closer," because I guess this is his last comedy show he's going to do. I don't know. So he put it all out there. And so what I love about Dave Chappelle and "The Closer" is that he was keeping it 100. You know, for years and decades, I mean decades, you know what I'm saying, of black men being lynched, black women being lynched, even black women being gutted, being hung and gutted, the baby cut straight out the stomach, and the baby being stepped on, you know what I'm saying, or even thrown in the water for alligators to eat. So these harsh, extremely harsh things has gone on with black people in America. But the moment Dave Chappelle goes and talks about the LGBT community, which, for a while I was trying to figure out, why is he going so hard on the, LGBT community? Not that, I'm on that concern about the community. You know what I mean? I'm all about, one man, one woman type situation. You feel what I'm saying? I'm definitely on that. Or man and woman. But some men have multiple wives and some women have multiple husbands. So, but long as it's that, heterosexual relationship going on, I'm all for it. But the fact that as soon as he puts out the information on, on blast, you have all these organizations coming to attack him. Organizations I've never heard of. But all of a sudden, they represent the black community. You know what I mean? Y'all don't represent me. Nor do you speak for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just find that astonishing that we can get hung and killed and get mistreated at the borders of Texas. Haitian people, obviously, you guys seen the images that were happening at the Texas border. It was disheartening. And for Biden to literally say that he was going to fight for Haitian rights, he's going to be fair with the immigration laws, but then he turns around and do the exact opposite with a smile on his face. Behind the scenes, he's doing exactly what he said he would not do. Now, he's still using the Title 42, and which he was supposed to get rid of since Mr. Trump used that Title 42, which was really a xenophobia. You know what I'm saying? It had no scientific proof that people come from other countries are transferring COVID-19. As a matter of fact, by people, thanks to the article by Oxfam, the fact that when they crowd and put people all in one place like that, especially under the bridge, or Texas bridge, or in these immigration camps or immigration holding places, that's spreading COVID-19. That's spreading even more. But the fact that those brave and courageous Haitian brothers and sisters were able to go away from Haiti and Chile and Brazil and El Salvador and all these other South American countries, the things they went through, the shit they went through, to go through all of that through 11 countries, and then even go and cross the border and still get treated like dogs. After all they already went through, being robbed and killed, and one guy said his wife got washed away by the water. You know what I'm saying? Now, forgive my hair, y'all. I'm trying to work on some things. Y'all tell me what y'all like my style from before, or keep it like this. I'm just curious. But my hair is definitely, I love my hair. I don't know if I'm gonna grow to keep it. I'm asking Naila, Princess Naila. So, I'm saying these things to say this. Man, I just can't believe it, man. It makes you want to cry, man. One guy asked, would I ever live again? So I'm going to definitely write about this, continue writing. I've been writing like a madman, like a mad scientist, on my laptop, you know what I'm saying? Just typing away, you know what I mean? I will get this mouse situation fixed. And I have another mouse. I just don't want to go through all the process while I'm going to do the live video. Actually, I have about 3-4 mouses. I may have one too many mouses. Thank God in our mice eating up stuff. But please, I'd love to hear your comments, concerns. In the chats or whatever, any questions you guys may have, please drop them. I do have I thought this was like a free day, quote unquote free day, but I have a lot going on for today. A couple of clients, called me today, so I'm very happy about that. I was just thinking I was gonna be in my office and work here, but I'm gonna have to go back out in the field again. So I thank you all, and if you're in Atlanta, please hit me up, SkyKNLServices.com, 470-377-1126. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with brother, Namaste Thug, Namaste Thug, man, Coach Ham, good brother. He's big on energy. He's going to ask where your energy at. Me and him both have share a lot of, similar views on energy, life, growth and development, building, elevation, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, So I just thank God for the opportunity to be alive and well and just pursuing my dreams and just knowing they can and will manifest. and I dropped one of my emeralds. Yes, but I picked it up. You could drop things in life, but as long as you pick them up, right? So, no, I don't sell crystals. But I do have crystal jewelry. I don't sell like loose crystals, things like that. This is a rare Brazilian. You guys can see it. You can see it. With a ball. Yeah. So, besides that, please definitely, I want to recommend a few books outside of my books, of course. But it's definitely, oh, it's the Black Jacobin right here. Black Jacobin by C.L.R. James. I read it. I'm gonna read it again. Definitely the notes, great information on the Haitian Revolution. Another book I would definitely recommend you guys get is the Marcus Garvey Life and Lessons book. And of course, because I'm always referring books. So when Rihanna wore a shirt the other day that was very intriguing. She said, "Think while it's still legal." I'm going to say, "Read while it's still legal." You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm going to post that. So, I'm going to be selling my books: 7 Times the Queen, King Desire, The Wind in the Mirror, and The Courage to Believe. As a matter of fact, I'll be in Florida next weekend on the 23rd. I will be at the Black-owned business market, which is going to be at the hotel in Sunrise, Florida. Please check it out. Please check us out. I'm going to post it. And I'm excited, being able to grind again in Florida, even though I'm in Atlanta. I've gone all over the world. I've been in Atlanta for 3 years, the best move I've ever made in my life. You know what I'm saying? Many of us, we don't, we do things, but we don't do things intentionally. I intentionally moved here so I can elevate, increase my life. The best move I've ever made, man. The best move, I kid you not. Kings and queens, wherever you are, if you have dreams and goals that you want to accomplish in this life now, don't be like, okay, I'm going to wait till next year. I'm going to wait, et cetera, et cetera. If you can do it now. Do not wait. One thing we all have learned from COVID-19. Speaking of COVID, I didn't even touch COVID-19, which they, you know what I'm saying, 30% of the pilots right now are getting ready to go on protest. Right now, they do not want to take the COVID thing. Watching the NFL, NBA, these players are not even one, or referees are not wearing masks. I think I seen one athlete wear a mask. Andrew Luck. No, it wasn't Andrew Luck. That was the Colts quarterback, whatever his name was. Good job, Lamar Jackson, for beating the Colts and the whole team of Baltimore Ravens. The point is, no one is wearing a mask. They're not taking it serious. And why would you take it serious? How can you even take a president Joe backstabbing Joe Biden serious? How can you take him seriously when he doesn't even keep his word? He's not a man of his word. And it's a horrible reflection on America. Horrible reflection. He represents everything America has supposedly, grew from. Racism. They call him Jim Crow Joe. Matter of fact, some football games, they were saying "F you, Joe," and I think that with that happening, we are in big trouble. When you got the whole population of a football stadium, saying "F you, Joe Biden," that's not a good look, So definitely, guys, appreciate you. I really have to get going. I hope you guys definitely donate to our fundraiser. Go to CourageToBelieve.com or KevinDorival.com. You'll see the information. Continue supporting organizations that are doing the work in Haiti, or even here in America, because we've been doing work. Courage to Believe International is a 501c3, tax-deductible donations. We've been doing work since 2010, Pompano Beach, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Palm Beach County. Also here in Atlanta. Haven't really picked up that big in Atlanta yet. Due to obviously the COVID situation, but we are going after some grants. We do plan on every intention to open up a museum, God willing, by next summer, 2022. Next summer, we really hope to have a museum open, Rosa Pierre Creative Arts Center open, and the mission statement changed because originally it was just about books and museum and art, helping kids read, which it still is. But in Haiti, we can't have that same mission. You can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Because kids are not thinking about, reading and writing. They're thinking about survival. How I'm going to eat. And if you guys have even heard about or even would dare to look up how many kids are involved in sex trafficking in Haiti or prostitution in Haiti, child prostitution, man, selling themselves, little boys and girls, to get something to eat, man, it will break your heart, you know. But Haiti will rise again. Haiti will rise again, one way or the other, one way or the other. It does seem like a mission impossible, but check this out, though. And I'm going to leave with this. Check this out. The Haitian Revolution from 1790 to 1804. Actually, probably started a little before 1790 because people been revolting in Haiti, you know, and throughout the Caribbean, whether in Bahamas, Jamaica, St. Mark's, what else? Who was revolting? Cuba, definitely Cuba, Brazil, you know. But they say Cuba had one of the first revolutions in the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? 1527, if I'm not mistaken, according to the book I was just reading, New African History Dimensions. New Dimensions in African History by Dr. Jacob Ben, and John Henry Clark. You know, two mega master scholars in African history. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple of Dr. Ben books, a couple of Dr. Clark books, and only one C.R. James book, who actually also wrote a stage play on Toussaint Louverture, played by Rubinson. What's his first name? The actor Rubinson, who they kicked out of the country, said he was a communist, which is unfortunate because this brother was dope, man. This brother was dope. He was Pan-African back then, black and white TV, you know, stressing that, you know what I'm saying, like I can do for self, like Marcus Garvey used to always say. You guys know I was gonna mention Marcus Garvey. So nevertheless, let me get going. I gotta get this money, you know, feed my family, feed myself, feed my dogs as well, and also want to help feed my community. You know what I'm saying? I want to help feed my community, you know, not just with food, but with knowledge, you know, with love. We could all have a little more love in this life, man. It'd be so much better. Our energy would change, man. If we could have just a little more love in our lives, just a little more love. So if you guys hear what I just said about a little more love, please post a black heart or some kind of heart inside of the description, not description, but the comment section, please. Drop a heart in there. We just need a little more love. It's a little more love. At least give the kids some love. You know, give the kids some love. I met a young man the other day. I bought a speaker from him, you know, and paid a little over $100 for the speaker, and I didn't want to pay that much because I knew I could got cheaper somewhere else, you know. But I knew he was Haitian, and you know, we spoke Creole to each other, you know, Brother Henry up here in Atlanta, and I had an issue with the speaker, right? You know, it was skipping. I'm like, man, why the speaker skipping like that? And I'm playing it. And I said, let me try something. So I stuck the speaker. Inside of the microphone inside of the speaker box, and skip and stop. But I could have been trying to return to him, but I did not want to return to him because I want to support his brother. I really want to support his brother, and I did that. And I'm so thankful that he actually, you know, doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Came from Haiti, you know, maybe 10 years ago, and been grinding. And he shared a story with me about the kids in Haiti. You know, even though he's from Port-au-Prince. I'm sorry, he's from Cap-Haïtien, but he doesn't support the kids in Port-au-Prince or Cap-Haïtien. He goes to the rural parts where there's nothing but villages and people just living real basic and simple, but enjoying their lives, right? And he said something that I will never forget. He said when he first met up, you know, with his family in those areas, in the rural areas of Haiti, that it dawned on him that the children never enjoyed Christmas. They never enjoyed toys. Like, they don't know about childhood. Like, when he was in Haiti growing up as a child, how they experienced their childhood. And when he told me that, I was like, man, that is sad, man. You know, and he told me it makes him cry. So every time he goes to Haiti, he gets a bunch of money and toys, and him and his friends, they kind of disperse the toys to the kids and give them encouraging words. And so I definitely want to continue doing that, give those encouraging words. As a matter of fact, ATL for Haiti and the Courage to Believe International, we'll be going to Haiti in December to give 1,000 toys, and give 1,000 toys to kids and feed 1,000 children, maybe more than 1,000. It really depends on the support you guys donate. So please, you know, if you do make a donation on Cash App, because I do have clients who pay me through Cash App, I need you to put at Courage to Believe, that's the Cash App, with $, Courage to Believe. I want you to put in the subject, put in there for Haiti or children of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Don't just send, send money without telling me why you send it, so we know how to separate it, et cetera, et cetera. And also our P.O. Box, if you want to send a check, P.O. Box, address is P.O. Box 150071, Atlanta, Georgia 30315. It's P.O. Box 150071, Atlanta, Georgia 30315. We are 501c3. You can look us up. TheCourageToBelieve.com is the website. THE Courage, COURAGE, TOBELIEVE.com. I'm not too hard to find. Email me, info@CourageToBelieve.com or info@KevinDorival.com, DM, etc., etc. I am not going anywhere. I'm a real one. And I only work with the real. If you flawed, you're gonna show me you flawed, because real one's gonna pull up. So I want all y'all to pull up to Haiti, man. We need to pull up to Haiti. Stop talking about, I'm gonna send this, I'm gonna send that. Pull up to Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, you know what I'm saying? Pull up. Now, I'm not saying go anywhere in Haiti. Obviously, there's a lot of unrest there. But there's parts of Haiti that are very secure and will always be secure, because we got people like my cousin Esnell, shout out to S, who holding it down. You know what I'm saying? They hold down the community. Ain't no foolishness going on over there. Like burning tires and kidnapping people. No, it ain't going down over there. But they are parts that are very troublesome. So don't just, you know what I'm saying? If you need a tour guide, you want to go to Haiti, please hit me up, and I will make sure I connect you with one of my trusted partners or family members who do tour guides in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Especially Esnell, he does tour guides there in Haiti. He did a great job when I was there. We went to the Citadel, which is beautiful. The Citadel is part of Haitian history that the world barely even knows about. And it's supposed to be one of the 7 wonders of the world. But like I said, Haiti is not allowed to look good, because in order for the American schemes to work, Haiti has to seem poor, impoverished, and discombobulated, chaos. They have to have that in order for them to run their schemes behind the scenes. You've seen that clearly with the Clinton Foundation, the American Red Cross, and et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, right now, they still tell you Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. But they're not going to tell you Haiti is one of the richest lands in the world. They're not going to tell you Haiti is filled with billions of dollars of iridium. They're not going to tell you about that. They're not going to tell you Haiti's worth billions of dollars with gold and silver and copper. They're not going to tell you about that. And oil that's even better than Venezuelan oil, based on the geologists. So, but they're not going to tell you these things. You know what I'm saying? Haiti has to look poor. It has to have that poor energy in order for them to run their schemes. That's for a whole nother conversation. Bless up, y'all. I'm King Kevin. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Comment. Check out that blog, America's 200-Year War Against Haiti, on KevinDorival.com. And if I do sell this ebook, this sample ebook of I'm gonna do it as a way to get donations for what we're doing. You know what I mean? So please, I'm thinking about charging maybe $2 for the ebook. You know what I'm saying? Maybe $2. Not the main book. It's not gonna be released maybe until 2022, 23, really. Because I still am working on 7 Types of Kings, Queen Desire, which is the follow-up to this book. But I definitely want to hold those people accountable, America accountable, and if they're not going to support Haiti, then at least we owe to shed a light to the dirty work that America has been involved in for the past 200 years, and literally crippling the company. Haiti as a company. That's how they treat it, as a company, not as people, not as a country, but as a company. Crippling the company of Haiti, crippling the people of Haiti, trying to rob of our spirits. And if you thought Haiti was in back of this from 5, 10 years ago, I don't know what word to describe it right now. You know what I mean? But still, is my people, the land of my ancestors, my mom and dad from Haiti, Cap Haitian, grandparents. I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale. I would never ever give up. Haiti will rise again. Hashtag Haiti will rise again, and for the better. You know what I'm saying? Because we hate to go to war again, like we did back in 1804, the Haitian Revolution. But if it comes to that, then so be it. Because America will not let Haiti go willingly. It's going to be by force. They're not going to let it go. It's worth too much money for them. And just a little nugget. If Haiti's so poor, why America would build its biggest embassy in the Western Hemisphere in Haiti? Why would you make an embassy so big and expensive, so fancy in a poor country? That's because the country is not poor, ladies and gentlemen. It's extremely rich, being poorly administrated. Frederick Douglass once said, "We have not forgiven Haiti because Haiti is black." It's time to forgive, time to step up, time to pull up. Pull up to Haiti, y'all. Bless up, King. Hey, bless up, bless up. Awa Ubuntu. Thanks for tuning in. If you need to pull up, say less, straight up. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate it. I'm gonna end this live right now. My mouse is still tripping. I'm gonna end this live right now. So appreciate the hard work. Hey man, you know, just doing what it do, baby. Just doing what it do, baby. Doing what it do. And any questions, man, I would love to answer you guys. You guys have any type of questions. Yes, we do need to pull up. We do need to pull up. And it's a shame that the African Union, the Black Caucus, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I just don't get why they're not supporting Haiti, man. I really don't get it. Why they're not supporting Haiti? Why they're not showing love, you know what I'm saying, to our people, man. But we definitely gotta do better. You know what I mean? Definitely gotta do better, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. As soon as I figure out how to end this, I could end this live, man, I would do it. I just have an issue with his mouse. But I want to say shout out to you, man. Thanks. Website. Go to. Cash App. Put it all in there. And if you have any particular things you just curious about Haiti, you know what I mean, now's the time to do so. Or just send me an email, you know what I mean? Like I ain't too hard to find, man. A lot of people think I'm too busy. I'm not too busy for what matters, man. Nigga, I'm gonna pull up. Nigga, pull up for Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Pull up. You know what I mean? Talking all that jazz, man. Pull up, man. We gotta pull up to Haiti, man. We gotta pull up to Haiti, man. That's the bottom line. We gotta pull up to Haiti. If anything gonna change, we gotta pull up to Haiti. Gotta pull up to Haiti. Period. Gotta pull up, man. We can't let them think we abandoned Haiti or let Haitian people think that we abandoned them, man. We just gotta pull up and make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Because they might shoot the government now, might shoot one of us, but they ain't gonna shoot thousands of us. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we just gotta hold it down, pull up to Haiti, and show that we care. You know what I'm saying? Show that Haiti matters to us. Period. Bless up.